is something which was actually written by a great architect called Louis Sullivan in the 19th century in Chicago. And he was a wonderful architect, but in his office was the young Frank Lloyd Wright. And they got on very well. And he wrote the book called Kindergarten Chats, which you young architects should read. It's imaginary conversations between the master and the pupil walking around Chicago. And they're wonderful things. Like, for instance, one of the things is they look at a building. And Sullivan says, you know, this building consists only of adjectives and exclamation signs. And he said a building has to have syntax. It's a sentence. It has to have a beginning and end. It has to have verbs. And that's what you see in the work of Frank Lloyd Wright or Corbusier, or what you see in Graham Greene or something. They construct it because it's quite a different thing. And I think that's very, very important that we realize. Because I think another thing he says, which is very, I think, also quite scary, they look at some terrible building, and again, one of these things which are just put up and photographed, and they both dislike it, and Wright says, the student says, I think this man, the architect ran away to Paris. and Sullivan said, oh no, he's right there. He said, whenever we build, we are saying something about ourselves, whenever we speak, whenever, whatever. And I think that should be, and that what goes from construction becomes architecture. That's what takes writing into literature, anything, on and on. It's very, very important. But try and read that book. It's called Kindergarten Chats. You'll probably get it on the net.